Today, on 8/27/2024, Eli Lilly has started to release the vials. Now, before you go getting excited, let's go over all of the details. First things first, this is only for Zepbound. So far, they have not mentioned anything about vials for Mounjaro. So, Zepbound 2.5, 5.0, they have started out by making it available on Lilly Direct, which is their, telehealth company. So that's where they're starting everything. And then you can see the pricing over here. So 2.5 is going to be slightly cheaper. And then the 5 milligram essentially is going to cost you what it costs you now with the coupon. The other thing to keep in mind is that if you are currently using the coupon for Zepbound, the terms and conditions of the coupon have changed. So you can only use the coupon for a certain number of prescription fills, and then it's going to stop working. So what does this mean for people on Zepbound? Well, it means that you may find an increase of injector pens available in your area on the 2.5 and 5 milligram dose. I think that largely this is not going to affect the Mounjaro people at all, right? It doesn't really help us. And as a side note, I think that it's going to cause some disruption in what people are doing, right? So, for example, for people who have insurance, they're using the coupon to make the price more affordable. They now know that they've only got a certain amount of time to lose the weight before the coupon stops working and the price shoots back up to above $1,000 per dose, per month, I should say. So I think that we're going to see a lot more posts in the support groups with people asking about, what diets are good for this medication. People are going to 100% resort to disordered eating. And then we're going to see a large influx of people who can't afford the medication after the coupon runs out. And if compound is not available, right, there's always the potential that they gain their weight back, especially if they're being set up to fail by saying, oh, you've only got a certain amount of months to lose your weight, right? Like when you put a time limit on weight loss, it puts people into a frenzy and they start cutting corners. They start under eating, they lose a lot of muscle mass. I mean, we're already seeing people do this anyway because insurance companies are saying, you've only got a certain amount of time to lose X amount of weight, otherwise we're going to pull the drug. Or they just get a letter in the mail saying, hey, and we know we've covered this for 5 months, but now we're not going to, right? So I think that it's going to cause some panic in the Zepbound community. And I know that that's not Eli Lilly's intention, but I also think it's problematic. It also shows that because of the price point that they've come out with for the vials, that they're very much aware that they are going to have to price point these based on dose. Right? Because otherwise people at lower doses would just purchase the higher doses and then dole them out, right? To make the medication last longer. We already have people doing all kinds of experiments in the support groups anyway, because of insurance coverage and every other reason, I think that this will just be another contributing factor. So, is it a win? Yes, it's like the beginning of a win, but it's also going to be challenging, because I think that if they don't start releasing other doses in vials and start bringing the price down, it's just going to continue to be problematic. But for now, we still have compound pharmacies. We still have Tirzepatide available through compounding pharmacies. As a side note, to show both ends of the spectrum, compounding pharmacies / telehealth companies are all dropping their prices. Like, if you want to get on Tirzepatide, there has never been a better time to do it, because compounding pharmacies are running all kinds of sales on Tirzepatide. So if you're looking for a telehealth company to go through, please make sure that you do your research, watch my compounding video. Currently, the only companies that I have seen that have a plan, or at least they have expressed publicly that they have a plan for when Tirzepatide goes off of the market, are Mochi, Fridays, and Ro, which is RO. So I'm not recommending any specific company. I'm not affiliated with anybody. I just try to bring you as much information as I can so that you can make an educated choice. But if you need to know what information you should be looking for, definitely go check out my compounding video so that you can start doing the research to see who's got the best deal, but who's also the best company. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already, subscribe. I put out new videos every day, and who doesn't love that? If you're looking for a positive-only support group, I've got you covered. Link in the description box below. And as always, be kind, rewind.